Journey to the Andromeda Galaxy, the documentary begins in complete darkness. No stars, no sound, only silence. Slowly, a faint light appears. It is distant and weak, like a whisper from the universe. The camera moves forward, deeper into space. The silence feels heavy, almost alive. The narrator speaks in a calm, serious voice. Far beyond the stars seen in Earth's night sky, there exists a giant neighbor, a galaxy so vast, so powerful, that it challenges the limits of human imagination. Its name is Andromeda. To the human eye, Andromeda looks like a small blur in the sky. But in reality, it is a massive spiral galaxy filled with more stars than the Milky Way itself. It is the closest large galaxy to our own, yet it is still unbelievably far away. This is not just a story about distance. This is a story about time and the future of everything humanity knows. For thousands of years, humans have looked up at the stars and wondered what lies beyond. Ancient civilizations believed the stars were gods. Later, scientists discovered they were suns burning far away in the darkness, but Andromeda remained a mystery. Even today, scientists can only observe it from a distance. No spacecraft has ever traveled there. No human has ever seen it up close. Yet Andromeda is slowly moving toward us. Every second, every minute, every year, Andromeda gets closer. The narrator pauses. One simple question echoes through the darkness. What will happen when two galaxies meet? The camera shows Earth from space. A small blue planet, fragile and silent, floating in a vast cosmic ocean. Around it spins the Milky Way galaxy, a glowing spiral of stars, gas, and dust. The Milky Way is home. It holds over 100 billion stars and countless planets. Somewhere inside it, on a tiny world, life learned to think, to question, to dream. Humans believe they understand their place in the universe. But compared to Andromeda, the Milky Way is only half the size. Andromeda is bigger, older, more powerful. Scientists believe it contains nearly 1 trillion stars. That number is difficult to understand. 1 trillion suns, 1 trillion possible worlds, 1 trillion mysteries. The camera slowly zooms toward Andromeda, showing its bright core and graceful spiral arms stretching across space. Dark dust lanes cut through its light, hiding unknown secrets. The narrator explains that Andromeda is not standing still. It is moving toward the Milky Way at more than 100 kilometers per second. This motion is silent, invisible, but unstoppable. In about 4 billion years, Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide. Not crash like planets, not explode like stars. They will merge. The night sky of Earth will change forever. But long before that future arrives, humanity wants answers. What is Andromeda really like? What dangers hide inside it? Could life exist there? And could humans ever reach it? The documentary shifts tone. This is not science fiction. This is science. Astronomers have studied Andromeda for centuries. In the year 964, a Persian astronomer first described it as a small cloud in the sky. In the 20th century, scientists finally confirmed it was not part of the Milky Way. It was a galaxy of its own. That discovery changed everything. Suddenly, humans realized the universe was far larger than imagined. The Milky Way was not the center of all things. It was just one galaxy among billions. And Andromeda was the nearest giant neighbor. The camera now travels backward in time. Millions of years ago, before Earth even existed, Andromeda was already forming stars. Ancient suns lived and died there long before the sun was born. This galaxy has seen the universe grow older. It has survived cosmic storms, black hole eruptions, and violent star explosions. At its center lies a supermassive black hole, millions of times heavier than the sun. That black hole controls the heart of Andromeda. The narrator's voice lowers. Anything that comes too close never escapes. The documentary raises tension by reminding the audience that beauty in space often hides danger. Galaxies are not peaceful places. They are violent, chaotic, and constantly changing. Stars are born in fire. Stars die in explosions. Planets are destroyed and rebuilt. Andromeda is no exception. Scientists believe it contains powerful radiation zones, deadly gamma-ray bursts, and massive stellar winds. Any future traveler would face dangers far beyond human experience. Yet, despite these dangers, curiosity remains stronger than fear. The camera shows a futuristic spacecraft, imagined by scientists and engineers. It floats near Earth, ready for a journey that may take millions of years. The narrator explains that with today's technology, reaching Andromeda is impossible. Even the fastest spacecraft ever built would take tens of millions of years to arrive. Human lifetime is too short. Civilizations rise and fall in less time than that. So why dream of such a journey? Because exploration defines humanity. From the first steps out of Africa to the first footprints on the moon, humans have always pushed into the unknown. Space is the final frontier, and Andromeda is the ultimate destination. The documentary emphasizes suspense by highlighting a cruel truth. Between the Milky Way and Andromeda lies almost nothing. This region is called intergalactic space. It is colder than any place humans have ever experienced, darker than the deepest ocean, more empty than any desert. There are no stars to guide the way, no planets to stop at, no light except faint glows from distant galaxies. A journey through this darkness would test technology, survival, and sanity. The narrator asks another question. What would humans see if they left the Milky Way behind forever? The camera shows stars slowly fading as the spacecraft moves outward. Familiar constellations disappear. The galaxy that once filled the sky becomes smaller and smaller. Eventually, the Milky Way becomes just another distant glow. Home is gone, only darkness remains. This moment is designed to make the audience feel isolation. The sound fades, the screen darkens, the universe feels endless. Then far ahead, a faint shape appears. At first, it looks like a small cloud, but slowly it grows brighter. Andromeda. The narrator returns with quiet intensity. This galaxy is not just a destination, it is a mirror. By studying Andromeda, scientists learn about the Milky Way's past and future. They compare star formations, galaxy shapes, and dark matter behavior. Andromeda helps humans understand where they came from and where they are going. The documentary ends part 1 with a powerful cliffhanger. The camera stops at the edge of intergalactic space. Andromeda glows faintly in the distance, still impossibly far away. The narrator delivers the final line: this journey will cross millions of light years. It will face darkness, danger, and time itself. And it has only just begun. The screen fades to black. The camera opens with a view of Earth from orbit. Blue oceans swirl beneath white clouds, continents stand proud, and tiny lights twinkle across the night. Humanity's home is small, fragile, yet full of life. For thousands of years, humans have looked at the stars and wondered what lies beyond, but today, curiosity has reached a new level. The next step is not a moon landing, not even Mars. It is the journey beyond the Milky Way itself. The narrator begins, voice calm, yet filled with awe. To leave the Milky Way is to leave the familiar behind. To cross into intergalactic space is to step into a darkness humanity has never truly known. The camera slowly pans across the Milky Way's glowing spiral. Its arms are filled with billions of stars, swirling clouds of cosmic dust and distant nebulae. Each point of light is a sun, some with planets of their own. Some may even harbor life. Yet for all its beauty, the Milky Way is only half the story. Scientists have long studied the galaxy, mapping its stars, measuring its spiral arms, and discovering the black hole at its center. But even with centuries of research, much remains unknown. Questions about the structure, the dark matter that binds it together, and the ancient collisions that shaped it linger like shadows in the cosmos. The spacecraft, an imagined marvel of human engineering, prepares for departure. Sleek, metallic, and capable of unimaginable speeds, it represents humanity's first real attempt to reach another galaxy. Its propulsion system glows faintly, reflecting light off its carefully engineered hull. Scientists and engineers have debated for decades what it would take to leave the Milky Way. Current technology is insufficient. Travel to Andromeda is theoretical, almost impossible, but the dream persists. The narrator continues, the Milky Way is vast, but it is only the beginning. The journey beyond is to leave everything familiar behind, to embrace the unknown, to confront the silence of space itself. The spacecraft slowly rises above Earth. The camera pulls back, showing it moving past the moon, past Mars, past the asteroid belt. Each planet becomes smaller until they are nothing but tiny specks. Stars begin to fill the background. The Milky Way spiral stretches across the screen like a luminous river of light. As the ship moves further away, the sense of scale becomes almost unbearable. Stars, once familiar and comforting, fade into the distance. The galaxy that has always felt infinite suddenly feels small. The Milky Way itself becomes just a glowing disk in the void. The narrator pauses. When you leave your home galaxy, you enter a space that is almost unimaginable. There are no streets, no cities, no oceans. Only stars, dust, and the endless darkness between them. This moment is designed to make the audience feel awe and vulnerability simultaneously. Humans are so accustomed to the world around them, to the familiar night sky, that leaving it behind is both thrilling and terrifying. Every light, every star, every planet that fades behind the spacecraft is a reminder of just how vast the universe truly is. As the spacecraft moves further from the Milky Way, the camera shows a cosmic landscape, unlike anything seen from Earth. Nebulae glow faintly in the distance, their gases slowly drifting in the zero-gravity vacuum. Distant quasars flash intermittently, sending signals from billions of light-years away. Stars explode silently in the void, their brilliant light stretching across the darkness. The narrator's voice takes on a slightly tense tone. Beyond the Milky Way, the universe is not empty, but it is hostile. Radiation, extreme temperatures, and the void itself are deadly. Only the bravest could survive, and only the most advanced technology could endure. The documentary emphasizes that leaving a galaxy is not just about distance. It is about energy, time, and survival. A journey to Andromeda at the speed of today's fastest spacecraft would take millions of years. For a human, that is impossible. But in the imagination of scientists, in simulations and theories, such a journey can be envisioned. The camera cuts to visualizations of the galaxy in motion. Stars orbit the center at incredible speeds. Gas clouds drift between spiral arms. Black holes lurk silently, their gravitational pull bending light and matter alike. The Milky Way is alive, dynamic, and violent beneath its serene appearance. For every star that shines peacefully, there is a storm, a collision, or a death silently occurring. The narrator explains, the Milky Way is full of life and death, and leaving it behind does not mean leaving danger. It means facing challenges far beyond human imagination. As the spacecraft reaches the edge of the Milky Way, something remarkable happens. The galaxy's spiral arms begin to fade, leaving the spacecraft in near total darkness. This region is called intergalactic space. It is not truly empty, but it is unimaginably sparse. A human eye would see almost nothing. Only faint light from distant stars and galaxies penetrates the void. The silence is overwhelming. The narrator lowers their voice. Between galaxies there is almost nothing. No stars, no planets, only emptiness. The darkness stretches for millions of light years, and within it, time feels different. Every second is magnified, every moment eternal. The camera shows the spacecraft drifting alone, surrounded by this darkness. A faint glimmer appears in the distance, a small smudge of light. It is Andromeda, barely visible, yet even as it grows brighter, it remains millions of light-years away. The documentary builds suspense. Even with all our knowledge, Andromeda remains mysterious. Scientists have only seen it from afar, using telescopes to study its structure, its stars, its black holes. What lies inside? Could life exist there? Could humanity ever reach it? The audience is reminded of the scale of the challenge. Andromeda is vast. Containing roughly 1 trillion stars, it is more massive and more powerful than the Milky Way. Its core contains a supermassive black hole, millions of times heavier than the Sun. And its spiral arms are filled with stellar nurseries, regions where new stars are born, and other areas where violent explosions destroy planets before life can begin. The narrator pauses. The journey to Andromeda is not just about travel, it is about understanding. Every star, every planet, every particle of gas holds clues about the history of galaxies and the fate of the universe itself. The camera slowly rotates around the spacecraft, showing its engines glowing faintly. The crew, human or imagined, look out into the darkness. Their expressions are calm, yet filled with awe and fear. They are leaving everything familiar behind. Earth, the moon, the planets, the stars they have known since birth. Ahead lies a journey that may never end. The documentary emphasizes the psychological challenge of such a journey. Space is not only physically dangerous, but mentally overwhelming. Isolation, endless darkness, and the silence of intergalactic space could drive any traveler to despair. For humans to survive such a journey, they would need not only advanced technology but extraordinary resilience. Visualizations show the spacecraft crossing the outer edges of the Milky Way. Stars grow distant. The galaxy becomes a faint spiral, a luminous disk against the darkness, and beyond it lies emptiness. This is the beginning of intergalactic travel. The narrator continues, building suspense. As the Milky Way fades behind, humanity steps into the unknown. Between here and Andromeda, there are no shortcuts. There are no safe havens. Only darkness, time, and the relentless passage of light years. The camera focuses on distant Andromeda, slowly growing brighter as the spacecraft approaches, but still impossibly far. The audience feels the tension, the anticipation, and the awe. The journey is not about speed. It is about scale, patience, and courage. The narrator explains that even light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes 2.5 million years to travel from Andromeda to Earth. For humans, this is almost incomprehensible. A single human lifetime is nothing in comparison. Generations would come and go before the journey could ever be completed, yet the desire to explore, to understand, and to witness the universe remains. The camera pans to the crew again. They are tiny figures against the vastness of space, representing the human spirit of exploration. Every instrument, every sensor, every calculation is a testament to ingenuity and courage. And finally, as part 2 comes to a close, the narrator delivers a chilling yet inspiring thought: to leave the Milky Way is to embrace the unknown. To travel beyond the familiar is to face the infinite. And yet, despite the darkness, the silence, and the danger, humanity dreams of Andromeda, not because it is easy, but because the universe is calling. The screen fades to black, leaving only the distant glow of Andromeda. Suspense lingers. The journey has begun, but the hardest part is still ahead. The screen opens to total darkness. No stars, no familiar constellations, only the faint glow of distant galaxies barely visible across millions of light years. The spacecraft, a marvel of human engineering, drifts silently. Its metallic surface reflects the ghostly light of faraway stars, while its engines hum softly, almost imperceptibly, in the immense void. The narrator begins, voice low and deliberate. Beyond the edge of the Milky Way there is a place almost no human has imagined. A place where light is scarce, where matter is thin, and where the universe feels endless. This is intergalactic space, the vast void that stretches between galaxies. The camera slowly pans across the darkness. Every frame emphasizes isolation. Stars are distant, faint smudges. Occasionally, a faint nebula glimmers like a ghostly cloud. The emptiness seems infinite. Time itself feels stretched. Here, a journey is not measured in kilometers or even in light years. It is measured in patience, in perseverance, in the will to witness the universe beyond one's home. The spacecraft moves forward. Inside, the crew remains vigilant. They monitor instruments, adjust trajectories, and observe the faint light from far-off galaxies. The silence outside contrasts sharply with the quiet hum of life inside the ship. The narrator explains the scale of the challenge to reach Andromeda. Even the fastest spacecraft ever imagined would need millions of years. To humans, that is unfathomable. But in this darkness, imagination becomes the bridge between reality and possibility. Visualizations show the galaxy slowly disappearing behind them. The Milky Way, once a glowing spiral full of stars, now becomes a faint disk, smaller with every passing moment. Dust lanes and star clusters vanish into the blackness. Home is gone. The audience begins to feel the psychological weight of intergalactic travel. No planets to stop at, no stars to guide the way. Only cold, empty darkness stretches infinitely in every direction. In this void, humanity faces a test unlike any other. Survival is not just physical but mental. Isolation here is absolute. One mistake could mean being lost forever, swallowed by the silence of space. The camera now zooms out to show the enormity of intergalactic space. Tiny points of light, distant galaxies billions of light years away, glimmer faintly. Each is a city of stars, some larger than the Milky Way, some smaller, all drifting silently. The sheer scale is almost incomprehensible. The narrator continues, Andromeda lies ahead. A faint smudge in the distance, barely visible. Yet it holds 1 trillion stars, untold wonders, and secrets older than the sun. To reach it is to step into a world completely alien, yet intimately connected to our own. The documentary introduces a scientific perspective. Intergalactic space is not completely empty. Dark matter surrounds galaxies like invisible scaffolding. Cosmic radiation streams silently across the void. Small gas clouds float between stars, remnants of long-forgotten collisions. But these are sparse, almost non-existent. Space is overwhelmingly empty here. The camera shows a visualization of cosmic radiation. Streams of high-energy particles pass by the spacecraft, invisible to the human eye but detectable by instruments. The crew observes, takes readings, and adjusts shields. One miscalculation, one unprotected exposure could prove fatal. The void is not hostile in the way a planet's surface is hostile. There are no earthquakes, no storms, no wind, but it is deadly in its emptiness. A vacuum so complete that it can strip away life and energy in an instant. Here, only careful planning and technology keep humanity alive. The spacecraft drifts further. The faint glow of Andromeda grows slightly brighter. It is still impossibly far away, but it gives the first hint of hope. The narrator emphasizes the sense of scale. Andromeda is 2.5 million light-years away. That is more than 23 trillion kilometers. Even light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes millions of years to cross this distance. For humans, this is almost unimaginable, yet the journey continues. The camera now shows imagined hazards of the void. Massive black holes drift silently, their gravity invisible until a probe detects a subtle bend in space-time. Tiny rogue planets wander aimlessly between galaxies, remnants of past stellar collisions. Occasionally, a supernova erupts in a distant galaxy, casting light that travels millions of years to reach the spacecraft. The narrator builds suspense. Intergalactic space is quiet, yes, but it is never empty. Forces beyond human comprehension move in silence. Gravity bends paths, radiation flows like invisible rivers, and the faint tug of dark matter guides the motion of galaxies. One wrong step, and the consequences could be catastrophic. Documentary shifts focus to the perspective of time. The camera shows clocks inside the spacecraft, each second stretched into importance. Outside, light years of emptiness pass. Inside, humans remain awake, vigilant, and alive. A journey through intergalactic space is not a sprint, it is not a race. It is a long meditation on the universe itself. Every second is a reminder of humanity's smallness. Every moment a question about our place in the cosmos. Suddenly, faint glow of Andromeda begins to grow more distinct. Spiral arms stretch faintly across the blackness. Dust lanes cut through the light, hiding mysteries inside. The galaxy is mesmerizing, majestic, and almost alien in appearance. The narrator continues. After millions of years of travel, if only in imagination, Andromeda rises. Its light, faint but undeniable, reminds us why humans explore. Curiosity drives us forward, even when danger, darkness, and the unknown surround us. The documentary shows the crew preparing for closer observation. Instruments focus on Andromeda's core. Data is collected on star formations, black holes, and radiation levels. Even from millions of light years away, the galaxy is alive with activity. Stars are born in brilliant clouds, while others die in spectacular explosions. The narrator emphasizes the science behind the visuals. Every star, every black hole, every cosmic cloud tells a story. By studying Andromeda, humans can learn about the past of our own galaxy, the Milky Way. And by understanding its future, we can glimpse the destiny of the universe itself. The camera now pulls back to a wide shot. The spacecraft floats alone in the void, with Andromeda in the far distance. The Milky Way has disappeared behind it. The emptiness stretches infinitely. Silence dominates, broken only by the soft hum of the spacecraft. The narrator delivers a chilling thought. In this vast void, humanity is insignificant. A single ship, a single species floating in a sea of darkness. And yet it is precisely this smallness that inspires awe. To explore is to confront our limits, to push beyond what we know, and to reach for what we have never seen. The documentary shifts focus to imagination. Visualizations show hypothetical planets in Andromeda. Some may have conditions suitable for life. Others may harbor extreme radiation, massive storms, or ancient civilizations lost to time. Though speculative, these images inspire curiosity and wonder. Andromeda is a galaxy of possibilities. Within its trillion stars, worlds may exist where life thrives, where black holes dominate, where the cosmos itself seems alive. Every light year brings new mysteries, and every observation reveals more questions than answers. The camera focuses back on the crew. They look at Andromeda, awed and contemplative. Their faces reflect the human desire to understand, to explore, and to connect with the universe. This journey is not about conquering space. It is about witnessing it, experiencing the infinite, and understanding the fragile place of humanity within it. As Part 3 comes to an end, the tension rises. Andromeda is closer, yet still unfathomably distant. Intergalactic space continues to challenge the imagination and courage of humans. The void is silent, but it is alive with unseen forces. The narrator delivers a final line for Part 3. The void stretches endlessly, the stars fade, and the darkness deepens. Yet even in this silence, humanity's curiosity burns brighter than any star. The journey to Andromeda continues, and the greatest mysteries are still ahead. The screen fades to black, leaving only the faint glow of Andromeda on the horizon. The screen opens with the faint, spiraling glow of Andromeda in the distance. Its light stretches across the void like a river of stars. After millions of light years in darkness, the galaxy grows brighter, larger, more majestic with each passing moment. The camera slowly zooms in, revealing its spiral arms twisting elegantly, dotted with countless stars and dark lanes of cosmic dust. The narrator speaks, calm but filled with awe. After traveling through the endless void, the travelers finally reach their destination. Andromeda, the closest giant neighbor to the Milky Way. A galaxy of 1 trillion stars, countless worlds, and mysteries older than humanity itself. The spacecraft moves closer, gliding toward the galaxy like a tiny speck against a cosmic sea. Every detail of Andromeda becomes visible. Its core glows intensely, a dense cluster of stars surrounding a supermassive black hole. Spiral arms stretch outward, shimmering with the light of young and old stars alike. Dark dust clouds cut through the glow, hiding secrets within. No photograph or telescope could ever capture the full majesty of this galaxy. From this distance, the sheer scale is overwhelming. Every star is a sun, every cluster a potential home for life, and every dark lane a mystery waiting to be solved. The camera now pans along one of Andromeda's spiral arms. Young blue stars shine brightly, surrounded by nebulae where new stars are being born. The narrator explains, Andromeda is a living galaxy. Stars are born in clouds of gas and dust, live for millions or billions of years, and then die in explosions of light and energy. This cycle repeats endlessly, shaping the galaxy over cosmic time. The documentary emphasizes the dangers within. While beautiful, Andromeda is far from peaceful. Stellar explosions, supermassive black holes, and intense radiation zones make it deadly. The narrator's voice lowers. Traveling through Andromeda is not for the faint of heart. Gamma-ray bursts, extreme gravitational forces, and dense star clusters can destroy anything that comes too close. The galaxy is alive, but it is not forgiving. The spacecraft moves carefully, guided by instruments and human intuition. The camera zooms into the glowing heart of Andromeda, where a supermassive black hole dominates. Its gravitational pull bends light around it, creating a halo of distorted stars. Surrounding it, billions of stars orbit silently, their paths shaped by invisible forces. At the center of Andromeda lies a black hole millions of times heavier than the Sun. It is the heart of the galaxy, a silent yet powerful force that controls the motion of everything around it. Documentary introduces scientific context. Andromeda is roughly twice the size of the Milky Way. Its spiral arms are filled with both ancient and young stars. Scientists believe it contains more mass than previously estimated, with dark matter playing a crucial role in holding it together. The camera now follows a stream of stars within a spiral arm. Star clusters glow like jewels in the darkness. Some may host planets with conditions suitable for life. Others orbit dangerously close to massive stars or black holes, environments where survival is impossible. Every corner of Andromeda is a story. Some stars are ancient, formed billions of years before the Sun. Others are young, burning brightly in nurseries of gas and dust. Some planets may host life, while others are uninhabitable wastelands. The spacecraft moves cautiously through a dense region, where stellar winds and radiation are strong. Instruments measure the energy streaming from nearby stars. The crew observes, aware of the dangers but captivated by the spectacle. This is not just exploration. It is survival, science, and wonder combined. Humanity's understanding of galaxies grows with every observation, and yet the more we see, the more questions arise. The documentary now emphasizes the unknown. Dark lanes of dust hide regions of the galaxy never seen before. Massive stars, invisible from afar, shine brightly only when observed closely. The narrator builds suspense. Andromeda may be beautiful, but it is also full of danger. Many regions are deadly to life. Some areas are dominated by powerful radiation. Others are dense with stars where collisions can occur on unimaginable scales. Every choice, every path matters. The camera follows a stream of glowing gas, a stellar nursery where new suns are forming. Colors are vivid, blue, purple, and orange clouds swirl around dense cores. The narrator explains the science stars are born from clouds of gas and dust that collapse under gravity. As the cores heat up, nuclear fusion ignites and a new star begins its life. These regions are the cradles of galaxies where creation and destruction coexist. Visualizations show hypothetical planets forming around young stars. Some are rocky, some gaseous. Some may be habitable. Others are scorched by the intense radiation of nearby stars. The possibilities are endless. Within these nurseries, the future of Andromeda is written. Some stars will live for billions of years. Others will die quickly, exploding as supernova, seeding the galaxy with elements necessary for life. It is a cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth. The camera moves to a darker region. Here, a black hole consumes matter, its gravity bending space and light. Streams of energy and matter spiral into it, creating jets that shoot across light years. The narrator emphasizes the danger. Black holes are not empty voids. They are engines of destruction and creation. Their gravity can trap light, distort time, and destroy anything that comes too close. Yet they are also essential to the structure of galaxies, shaping stars and orbits over billions of years. The documentary now focuses on the spiral arms. The spacecraft follows a path between young stars and ancient clusters. Instruments detect faint radiation, gravitational waves, and the slow motion of billions of stars. The narrator continues, every part of Andromeda has a story. Every star, every cloud, every black hole contributes to the life of the galaxy. To explore it is to witness the universe's past, present, and future simultaneously. The camera shows the galaxy's edge, where stars become sparse, and faint streams of matter stretch into the void. The narrator explains Andromeda is not isolated. It interacts with the Milky Way, with smaller galaxies, and with the dark matter surrounding it. Its spiral arms may one day collide with ours, merging two galaxies into one massive structure. The documentary builds suspense for the next part. Humanity may never set foot in Andromeda, yet observing it allows us to understand the fate of our own galaxy. Every discovery reveals both beauty and danger. Every moment spent here is a reminder of the universe's immensity. The camera focuses on the glowing core once more, highlighting the black hole and surrounding stars. The narrator speaks with quiet intensity. Andromeda is alive. It is ancient, powerful, and mysterious. It holds the stories of billions of years of stars born and dying, of matter flowing and colliding. And for humanity, it is both a destination and a teacher. The spacecraft slowly moves along the spiral arms, passing through clouds of gas, young stars, and ancient clusters. Every detail is magnified, every light and shadow captured. The audience experiences the scale, beauty, and danger of the galaxy firsthand. The narrator concludes Part 4 with a powerful thought. The journey inside Andromeda is a journey into the heart of galaxies themselves. It is a reminder of the power, the mystery, and the majesty of the universe. Humanity can only observe, learn, and dream. For even in the face of such immensity, our curiosity burns brighter than any star. The screen fades to black. Andromeda glows faintly in the distance, hinting at secrets still to be discovered. The audience is left in awe, anticipation, and curiosity for the final part of the journey. The screen opens with a panoramic view of both the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies. Andromeda dominates the scene, its spiral arms stretching elegantly across space, while the Milky Way glows faintly behind. The two giants move inexorably toward each other, their cosmic dance slow but unstoppable. The narrator begins, voice calm but charged with awe. For billions of years, Andromeda and the Milky Way have drifted through space, silent and distant. Yet time is relentless, and like all things in the universe, they are drawn together by the invisible hand of gravity. The camera slowly zooms in on Andromeda's glowing core. Its brilliance is mesmerizing, but it is also a warning. Within the heart of the galaxy lies a supermassive black hole, millions of times the mass of the Sun, controlling the motion of billions of stars. Around it, star clusters orbit with precise, unyielding motion, unaware of the galaxy's destiny. Andromeda is more than a collection of stars. It is a living, breathing system of matter, energy, and time. And it is on a collision course with the Milky Way, a collision that will reshape the cosmos. The documentary emphasizes scale. The two galaxies are 2.5 million light-years apart, yet their motion is measurable, predictable. Over billions of years they will meet. Stars will not collide directly, but gravitational forces will stretch and warp each galaxy, creating streams of stars, vast tidal tails, and new star formation in colossal bursts of light. The camera follows the motion of individual stars. Tiny points of light move subtly under the immense pull of gravity. The narrator explains, though individual stars are small compared to the galaxies themselves, their paths are dictated by the cosmic ballet of gravity. When the galaxies merge, these paths will change dramatically. Some stars will be thrown into new orbits. Others may be ejected into intergalactic space, alone in the void. The visualization shifts to the center of the Milky Way. Our own sun glows faintly amid countless stars. For Earth, the night sky will look completely different in the distant future. The stars familiar to humanity today will shift, merge, and disappear. The narrator's tone grows reflective. The night sky that has inspired humanity for millennia will vanish. New patterns of light will emerge, and the Milky Way and Andromeda will become one. It is a reminder that even the cosmos is not permanent. Everything changes over time. The camera now follows a hypothetical spacecraft approaching the collision zone. Though impossible for humans today, the visualization allows the audience to imagine witnessing the event firsthand. Streams of stars, glowing clouds of gas, and intense radiation dominate the scene. The narrator builds suspense. Collisions between galaxies are not violent in the way planets collide, but they are dramatic. Gas clouds compress, igniting bursts of star formation. Massive stars explode as supernova. Black holes merge and warp spacetime itself, and all of this unfolds over millions of years, invisible to the human lifespan yet monumental in scale. The documentary now explores the science of galaxy collisions. Andromeda and the Milky Way are similar in size, each containing hundreds of billions of stars. As they approach, gravitational forces will stretch spiral arms, forming long tidal tails. Gas clouds will collide, triggering waves of new stars. Black holes at the centers may eventually merge, releasing enormous energy in gravitational waves. The narrator continues, this is not destruction but transformation. The universe does not destroy for the sake of destruction. It recycles, reshapes, and renews. From the collision of galaxies comes new light, new stars, and a new cosmic structure. The camera pans across the merging galaxies. Bright bursts of blue and white light mark regions of intense star formation. Red nebulae glow as gas is compressed. Black holes are visible only through their gravitational effects, bending light around them. The spectacle is mesmerizing, terrifying, and beautiful all at once. If a human could witness this event, they would see creation and destruction intertwined, a reminder of the immense power of the universe and the fleeting nature of all things within it. The documentary then reflects on humanity's place. From Earth, billions of years before the collision, humans are tiny observers. Their technology cannot reach Andromeda, yet curiosity compels them to study it. Telescopes, simulations, and imagination allow them to witness the future from afar. Humans may never travel to Andromeda, but through observation and imagination they become part of the story. Understanding the future of these galaxies teaches us about the past, the present, and the fate of the cosmos. The camera zooms in on a supernova within Andromeda. A massive star explodes, scattering elements into space. The narrator explains the significance. Even in galaxies billions of light years away, life-giving elements are created. Carbon, oxygen, iron, materials essential for life, are forged in the hearts of dying stars. The universe recycles itself, and within this cycle the building blocks of life endure. The visualization shows streams of stars from Andromeda stretching into the Milky Way. The two galaxies begin to intertwine in a slow, elegant dance. Spiral arms twist and warp. The process is gradual, imperceptible on human timescales, yet breathtaking in scale and beauty. The collision of galaxies is a cosmic ballet. Gravity is the choreographer, time the stage, and billions of stars the dancers. Chaos and order coexist, creating a spectacle that lasts millions of years. The documentary emphasizes scale once more. Even as Andromeda approaches, individual stars remain distant. Collisions between stars are extremely rare, yet the motion of entire star systems is dramatically altered. The universe reshapes itself, slowly but relentlessly. The narrator's voice becomes reflective, almost poetic. In the face of such immensity, humanity feels small, yet it is precisely this smallness that inspires wonder. To observe the cosmos, to imagine its vastness, is to confront both our limitations and our potential. The camera now follows an imagined viewpoint from Earth billions of years in the future. The night sky has transformed. Andromeda dominates the horizon. The Milky Way stretches and bends as the two galaxies merge. Streams of stars crisscross the sky. The night is filled with unfamiliar constellations and glowing nebulae. For the observers of this distant future, the familiar has vanished. Yet a new beauty emerges, born from the merging of galaxies. Change is the essence of the universe, and from it comes awe beyond comprehension. The documentary shifts focus to the cosmic consequences. Black holes at the centers of both galaxies may eventually merge, creating gravitational waves that ripple across the universe. Gas clouds collide, forming new stars and planetary systems. The cycle of creation continues, unaffected by time or mortality. The narrator reflects on the philosophical implications. Even as galaxies collide, the universe endures. Stars are born and die. Galaxies merge and transform. Humanity, fleeting and fragile, is a witness to this eternal dance. In observing, we participate in the story of the cosmos. The camera pans across the newly forming galaxy. It is larger, more complex, and richer than either predecessor. Spiral arms stretch in new directions. Stellar nurseries glow with fresh light. Black holes govern the core. The universe has reshaped itself, and the cycle of creation continues. From destruction comes renewal. From chaos comes structure. And in this endless cycle, the universe reveals its greatest lesson. All things are temporary yet interconnected. The documentary closes with the perspective of humanity once more. Though Earth may not survive billions of years to witness the full collision, the knowledge gained through observation, science, and imagination allows humans to glimpse the universe's future. Curiosity, wonder, and the desire to understand transcend time. Narrator delivers the final lines. The journey to Andromeda is more than a voyage through space.